Hi, my name is Daniel Kamanga, and I'm the Executive Director of the Africa Leadership Transformation Foundation. I'm so glad to start this series of conversations about faith change making. And today we're exploring the question, who is a faith change maker? We are starting or inaugurating a course on faith change makers later this month, and many people have asked me, who is a faith change maker? And I wanna describe a faith change maker as somebody who sees a problem and decides to do something about it. And they don't just decide to do something about it, they do something about it because they feel that there is a divine assignment, there is a call of God on their life to do something about it. And these are people who don't take videos or photos for their Facebook or Instagram timelines when they see a tragedy. They step in to resolve things. They are the modern day Good Samaritan. A man is beaten by robbers on the side of the road. And in a modern day scenario, what would happen would be that somebody would take videos about it. Somebody would take pictures about it and post them on Twitter, post them on Facebook. What the Good Samaritan would do is to stop their car and go and help the man who has been beaten by robbers. The Good Samaritan is the person who would wonder, whose father is this? Whose brother is this? Somebody must do something about it. Who is going to do something about it? I'm the one who is going to do something about it. So they would stop probably their BMW or Mercedes, and they would come out, they would clean the man, they would bandage them, and they would lift them and help them into the back seat of their very beautiful car. While doing all these things, they would put themselves in danger. Why? Because they have not really worked out if the robbers who beat him are somewhere in the bush waiting to attack the person who helps them. They would put themselves at risk because they don't know if they go to probably the hotel where they are staying, how long the man would stay. In the story of the Good Samaritan, we learn that the Good Samaritan told the man at the inn to keep the man who had been beaten by the robbers for as long as it took, and he would come later and pay all the bills. My assumption is that the Good Samaritan had some equity, some relationship with the person who owned the inn. Otherwise, why would you accept to keep a stranger in the hotel and somebody just tells you they're going to come and pay? What if they don't come and pay? So the Good Samaritan does not consider that he doesn't have enough resources to take care of the problem. He's the kind of person who acts out of the situation. He makes a decision, this is what I'm going to do, and he begins to do it. Now, the best example I can think about of a Good Samaritan is Mother Teresa. And Mother Teresa saw the problem of street children in Calcutta, India. And she knew that somebody must solve this problem. Who's going to solve the problem? It's me. She didn't think about thousands of children. She thought about, if I could get one child from the streets, that makes a difference. She didn't think about how much it would cost to raise a child from maybe age 7 or 10 until they were an adult. She didn't think about how the children would be taken care of, what home they would have, whether the school fees would be paid, how much it would be. So she just knew that this is something that she would do. She didn't think about a strategic plan. She didn't think about an organogram and things that need to be done. I'm not saying that these things are not important. These things are important. But faith change makers move in knowing that all they need to do is to be available for the call, the divine call, and step in to do what they need to do, to create change where change needs to be created. Now, what about you? What social problem have you seen? What annoys you so much that you feel something must be done about it? Is it possible that you have been waiting for somebody else to do something about it, and yet you are the one who needs to do something about it? This is why we set up the Faith-Inspired Changemakers Leadership course. And this course is designed to be the wind beneath the wings of people who are doing or planning to do something amazing in the world. Now, the journey of a change maker is difficult. It's lonely. There'll be times when you will want to give up. And I think that it's not good for anyone to do this journey alone. Of course, the divine call is to you alone. But that doesn't mean that the call is going to be executed by you alone. It's going to be executed by you and other people. That means that you'll need to have conversations with partners, the community. Maybe later on you might look for funding. Whatever needs to be done will be done inside some conversation. So what we are saying is that let us create a community of faith change makers so that we can walk together this journey, so that we can support each other, so that we can we can begin to create the momentum to address revolutionary problems in our communities, so that we can care for the planet, so that we can address the needs of the poor, so that we can become the agents of peace, so that we can stand for the dignity of women and girls, so that we can begin to bring all the vulnerable to be taken care of. We want to support you in building the community of disciples or the community of people who are going to be engaged in the good work for the common good, for faith, hope, and love. So this is what faith change making is. And faith change makers are people who transform communities that they're involved in. And this is why we have put together this course. This course has been put together by eminent thought leaders, some of them who I see on this call. And the goal of the faith change making is really to come together as a community, bring in the best minds. We know that no single person knows everything. We know that there are some faith change makers who have been at it. We want them to come and help bring this conversation, expand it, and get as many people involved as we can. And this is really why we want to have this course. We are encouraging you to reach out to people that you know are already doing a lot of amazing work. We want to lessen the burden for them. We want to help them expand their capacity. We want to help them to reach out for more people. We want to work with people who are either somewhere along the journey, but also some people who are actually starting in this journey. And the course is going to be a short course. We are going to have an event on the 25th of March this month, and we have invited many people. That is going to be an opening day where we are going to have some dignitaries to come and speak to us about the spiritual dimensions of faith change making. You're going to meet other people who are involved in change making, who are going to be on the course with you, and we are going to share how best to maximize the time together. This is going to be the launch event, how to work the technology, the Zoom technology, how to make sure that you contribute whatever you need to contribute, how you can learn the most out of it, how you can benefit out of this course in faith change making. And then the following day is going to be a Saturday, and that Saturday is going to be an amazing course which we are calling the Map of Meaning. The Map of Meaning is really defining what, how do you bring meaning into change making? Because many times faith change making comes at different stages in life. You may be a young person who is starting out and decide that I want to give my life to bringing to creating a business that is going to transform my community. It could be you want to help certain people in the community. So the whole point is that when you are committed to faith change making, it means that you're going to have to work with different communities. Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we build the leadership capacity, your leadership capacity. We want to bring certain conversations, things that you may not have thought about. And we want you to think about the leadership that is required to be effective as a faith change maker. We want you to avoid the mistakes that many people make in faith change making. We want you to be able to learn from others who have gone ahead of you. We want you to learn about things to do with integrity. So the map of meaning is going to focus on really how do you create meaning out of your journey of faith change making. Whatever it is that you are doing, how do you make it meaningful? Because this is very, very important. Anything that is meaningful to you becomes worthwhile doing, especially when things are difficult. If it is not meaningful for you, then you get tired along the journey. But we are saying that if it is meaningful for you, you can go through all the kind of challenges that are there. So this is what is going to happen on the Saturday following the opening event. And then we have other sessions. We are going to have a session on leadership from some of the best thought leaders in leadership. We are going to look at integrity. We are going to look at authenticity. We are going to look at how you can make a stand like the Good Samaritan. Have a stand from which you operate, no matter what the situation is. We are going to create, we are going to have a situation where we discuss about how do you get how do you create the future for your faith change making. How do you see how that future is, and how do you create that future, and how do you actually make it happen? You're going to be trained in that area. So we have amazing faculty from the Walter Sisulu University, from Jomo Kenyatta University in Kenya. We have somebody coming to teach about forgiveness. It's very important in faith change making to forgive yourself, because you're going to mess up as you on the faith change making journey. And we want to make sure that when you mess up or when you step on others' toes, you know how to deal with that so that you can keep moving forward and keep generating what you need to do. So faith change making is a very dynamic journey, and nobody has it all. We don't have it all. We have been creating this course for a long time. For almost 3 months, we developed the course. We have looked at it, we have refined it, and we'll keep refining it even as we walk with you the journey. So we are looking forward to having you on the course, and I'm sure that it's going to be an amazing journey. I know that you're going to learn a lot, but we too are going to learn a lot from you. So that's why we are very excited, and we are excited to create the kind of impact that we can be able to create in our world, especially at this time, and especially in Africa. So I look forward to seeing many of you. Thank you for those who have joined us today. And we are going to have several of these sessions. So anytime, invite your friends. We want this to be a conversation that's an ongoing conversation. And I'm sure that God is going to help us to really look deeply into this and be part of this amazing opportunity to be a faith change maker, to be used of God in the things that God has called all of us to do. Thank you, and God bless you.